Show-It-Tears. Welcome to Show It Live on showiteer.com.
Yes.
I am Field Denny. I'm some guy, and this is
Jason Lackey.
Jason Lackey.
Sorry.
Jason Lackey. No, it's fine. It's understandable. It's one of those questions that if you haven't read the inside of your underwear lately, you don't know the answer to.
Yeah, we usually have notes written on the screen, or on this whiteboard, I shouldn't say screen.
We do have notes.
We do. We have last show's notes.
Last show's notes.
And it does usually say, your name is Jason Lackey, which helps me
It's
out.
true. Your name is Key Too Fast.
SEO.
Yes, Key Too Fast.
Key Too Fast.
Well, welcome
to the show.
Yeah, welcome.
Happy Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Tuesday, July something, before the 30th.
Yep.
And we have a really good show today.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
We have the incomparable Bud Johnson.
Incomparable.
The
titular.
Yes, that word.
Is that the proper word?
It might be.
I think so.
Today he's going to, I think we were promised a cartwheel.
Yeah,
Cotton candy.
Yeah, he's got
New flavor ice cream.
new flavor of ice cream. He's gonna cut his own hair live on the show.
Cut his own hair. Yep. And sing his way into our hearts.
Yep.
That might be my favorite.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a special show.
So we got Bud with us here in just a moment. We wanted to mention a couple things. First, if you look on this side of your of us, there's a little window there. Some of you have already found it. Hi, Timothy. Go ahead, log in. You can chat with us. You can ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Not of us, because really, but of Bud.
Yeah. Bud, you wanna load up some questions.
Yeah. And get some good questions and make him sweat.
Make him sweat. Yeah.
Like Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
'Cause maybe that's what he's gonna sing.
Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat.
That's a good song.
I forgot that it's a song. I remember that he was an artiste, right?
Oh, yeah. I knew that.
I don't know. It's a song.
So we've got, first off, we've
Yeah.
got this article.
Yeah.
Guys, showithere.com is going viral.
Ooh.
I've heard of this viral thing, not in like the sick sense, but like,
Yeah.
well, it is sick. But
Wait,
it's not.
you don't need a shot.
Explain what viral is.
So viral is when something becomes famous on the internet,
Famous on the internet.
and it spreads like a disease.
Like a disease.
Yeah. In a good way.
Yeah.
But basically, I mean,
like a fire.
Yeah,
But even fire, it's a little.
when some things go viral, it's kind of plastered in front of your face, whether you want to see it or
Yeah,
not.
it's gonna show up because
Yeah.
people care about it, and that's what showithere.com is doing. Guys, it's blowing up.
On a smaller scale.
Oh yeah, there's like hamster on a piano, and then showithere.com.
Yeah.
I think that's last time I checked Google.
Yeah.
Um,
Hamster on piano is pretty good.
Yeah. But specifically this article, I don't know if Todd wants to pop it up here. This awesome article by Callie Beal,
Mm-hmm.
one of our editors
Mm-hmm.
for showithere.com.
Yeah, she's a show-teer out of a beautiful place in Georgia.
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 She's from Georgia.
Yeah, and she's fantastic.
She's great.
Really
Southern
fun.
English. Yeah, this is a great article. Top 10 things people would change about their wedding.
Yeah. I think Letterman had a thing. People are interested in top tens.
Yeah, people love top 10s. This thing's been shared, 30 times. It says it's reached, 18,000 people, like something like that. So people are loving this article and spreading around. So one of our own showiteers, pretty cool.
Yeah, it was even pinned, which was new for
someone,
us.
someone pinned it. Someone was just, I don't know. Everyone uses Pinterest for their weddings nowadays, right? So
a lot, yeah.
So I looked at this person's profile and they had like decorations and photographers they liked, and then like this article.
And it's one thing if I go in there and pin it, but we didn't even notice.
No, we didn't really. And I don't think I think they were just getting married.
Yeah.
And they found it on their photographer's website or something.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. So yeah, check it out. And Phil, I was gonna ask you, what would you change about your wedding?
Oh gosh, so many things. Two things went right.
Okay.
We had barbecue.
Oh yeah.
And Carrie said yes.
Yes.
Those were the only two things.
Other than that, you would change.
It was such a disaster.
A to Z.
Yeah. I think the only person who can compete that I've heard like a good wedding story is yours. Like, what would you change?
I've thought about it a lot actually as I've been looking at this article.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd change it. I got a bloody nose during. Well, Kara and I wrote our own vows. And I did my vows, I got through it, and Kara wrote these like just beautiful, like wonderful vows. Everyone was just like crying, and I got a bloody nose right in the middle of
Your nose was crying.
Yeah. But what happened was like I started bleeding my nose, And so I'm like this, like trying to suck it in, like hoping it'll stop. And
Yeah.
if you've gotten bloody nose, like like you just have to, once it gets to a certain point, you have to lay down, or it's not gonna go away, right? So I'm just like, and everyone's like, man, he's so sensitive. Yeah, he's just like these are so touching. Yeah. And then people start realizing there's blood pouring out of my nose. It like got on her dress, like all over my tux. I left her at the altar.
Yeah.
Went backstage, and I was laying on the ground, just pinching it, trying to get it to stop. My mom like has my vest, and she's like furiously washing it off in the sink, trying to get the blood off. But I don't think I'd change it.
No.
It was fun, and Kara responded really well afterwards. She was like, "That was awesome." And I thought she was gonna break down.
Yeah. Your wife is awesome.
And it was a fun memory. It's a fun story.
Well, one of the
Only
things
story I had.
One of the things that that has come up on there, and something that I would change was, I think it was number 10 on the list. So if you're this guy, number 10, number 10, was having the first look.
Yeah.
Which when we got married, we were about to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. And 10 years ago, first look was like not something that, nobody did it.
Yeah, we did the first look, and I definitely am glad that we did. We had a good time to just connect with each other and have a moment. Because it does go so fast.
I don't remember.
Once you go off the top of that roller coaster, it's just, then it's over.
So I wish I had a roller coaster at my wedding. That's one thing I wish I had.
Yeah, I would change that too. I think that goes across the board. Everyone should hire a roller coaster company.
Yeah,
If they can take it to state fairs and take those things on, why not at your wedding?
seriously.
That's Tilt-A-Whirl something.
Our venue was kind of big.
Yeah, that's a business idea.
Yeah. Done.
We're gonna edit that out.
Yeah, we're gonna make money.
Yeah, we're gonna cash in on that.
Carnival themes,
Yeah,
weddings, locations.
exactly. Speaking of first comes love, then comes marriage.
Yeah.
Then comes
Babies.
Jeremy Ellsworth's Baby in a Baby Cage.
Yeah.
Guys, we have a new show. It's here.
We do.
A new little show. It's here.
Yeah.
I don't know if Thomas he's got it.
Yeah, this is Lincoln.
Lincoln Beckett Ellsworth.
Mhm.
Jeremy Ellsworth, beautiful new little boy, 7 pounds.
7 ounces.
Gonna be a big one.
Yeah, in the month of 7.
In the month
That's
of
pretty
7.
lucky.
777. It's 725.
Yeah.
That's too many sevens.
That's a lot of sevens.
Yeah.
Lucky sevens.
Yeah.
So I think he posted up some pictures. Give him a congrats.
Yeah, such
Excited for him.
a big deal.
Yeah,
It really is.
we love Jeremy and congrats to you.
Yes, very much so.
Anything else?
Well, we wanted to show the featured, is it featured show tier?
Yeah.
Or was it featured site? It was Micah, yeah, this one right here. Featured show tier.
Yes.
Was Micah Carroll. Micah's got some amazing work. If you're on showtier.com, which you are right now,
Don't go away from us at this second, but you could like duplicate a
Pause
tab
the
if you know
show.
how to do that. Pause the show.
Pause the show.
Go over.
Go over. We're gonna wait
We'll
about
wait.
2.5 minutes.
Now, if you pause it, we don't have to wait long.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you pause, it'll just pick right up.
But yeah, it's a great. No, it's.
I
not
think
loading on Jason.
what happens sometimes when something
There it
goes viral is
Mhm.
it crashes the servers. It
You
gets
couldn't see my
swamped,
camera,
and then it crashes.
Yeah, but this one, yeah, Micah Carroll,
don't
featured
think-
show tier. It's got lots of. There we go.
It's a little
Tiny, tiny
We're
bit
good.
of the-
Yeah. So there we go.
Lots of beautiful images.
Yeah. Look at this stuff.
Callie, who actually had wrote the other article, set this one up
Okay.
and asked Micah some great questions here. But anyways, check it out. Give a little shout out to Micah. It's a great, does great work. And
Good stuff.
yeah, featured show tier.
Congrats, Micah.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah. See,
Good stuff.
look forward.
Very good.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get the horse ready.
Yes.
Get shears.
Yep.
Cotton candy machine.
Yep.
The guitar.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay, it's taking a while, of course.
Yeah, I gotta get them. So I'm gonna go grab the horse and.
Yeah. We're going to get all that set up for Bud. So
All right.
everybody,
See you
welcome by Jason.
Hey.
So everybody, welcome with me, Mr. Judd Bonson. How's it going?
It is going very well.
Good.
How are
Good.
you?
I'm clearly out of my mind. Happy.
You look fantastic.
Well, thank you. I haven't been working out. That's the key. I didn't want to get too bulky, you know.
Yeah. No, no problem. Perfect.
So Bud, you're here today to talk to us about something super awesome, a little adventure that you took, and you wrote up a great blog post about it. But how to make friends in Paris.
Yeah, man, I was really honored to go to Paris recently.
Mhm.
I met a guy. So let me back up a little bit. First, give you a little history. I went to United 2014,
Mhm.
and it was awesome. And I met this crazy guy.
We lost the audio. Just a sec.
All right, am I back?
Never mind, we're good.
Good.
It was just me. I lost it.
I met this crazy guy, this beautiful human called Timothy Yerk. And a friendship.
Yeah.
Is that a pack of cigarettes? What are you doing?
Yes. No, for those who can't see, it's not a. It's a little audio device.
Oh, I'm just playing with you.
Continue.
Yes, yeah.
Well, tell me about Kelly.
It's a good story. It's that good of a story.
Good.
I needed these. Sorry, continue on.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no. So I met Timothy in United. We hit it off. What an awesome guy! If you've met Timothy Yerk, then you've met a really good smile, and that guy's a really kind-hearted guy. He hit me up randomly on Facebook through a series of events. He had an opportunity to share with somebody a trip to Paris, and I was chosen, thankfully.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know Timothy, he's out of a small town in Nebraska, much like myself. He's out of Alliance,
Nebraska, which I grew up in a small town of like 1,300 people called Gordon, Nebraska, and he is like right down the road. We used to go through Alliance all the time, and when I found out, I was like, no, professional photographer in Alliance, that's crazy, and he does amazing work.
Yeah, Timothy's awesome.
Yeah.
So I had the joy of becoming an even closer friend with him. And while we were out there, another friend of ours, Christina Blanarovich, you probably know her, she was out there shooting a workshop, or not, she was attending a workshop, I suppose, in France, and actually came with us also. So the lucky couple had 3 photographers there in Paris, and we had a great time together.
Yeah, and 3 amazing photographers at that. Like, how does somebody swing that? It's so great. Like, they don't even know. So I want to talk to you about United, because United was when you and I first met, and I got
to meet your fabulous wife Sarah as well.
The best wife I have, actually.
I'm sorry.
The best wife I have, actually.
Clearly. I mean, you picked the right one to display at United. She's fantastic. So you made quite a hit at United. We did 5-minute fuels, and you nearly made me soil myself, which I love you / hate you for. But you gave a great presentation. For those of you who don't, it was about Doudoir.
Yes.
Which comes up more often than it should, really. Doudoir is something that there must be a great market for, because it comes up all the time. No, but it was about. You made a hit, and then and then you had this great session. But it reminded me of you going to Paris and meeting people in Paris, because you're such just a nice, fun-loving, outgoing guy, that it probably became really easy for you, even in a foreign country, to go photograph people.
So that means a lot coming from you. You yourself are a very, very friendly guy, and so it means a lot to hear that from you. And yeah, just to clear the air, if anybody's ever curious, the fall was not intentional. I had people ask, like, man, you recovered so well. That was on purpose, wasn't it? I was like,
Yeah.
I had like bloody knees, iPad into the crowd.
Yeah. So 2 things let me know that it wasn't intentional. There was the iPad. That was the second thing. The first thing, I realized it was either extremely intentional and you were selling out for it, or it was completely unintentional, because face met stage. Yeah, it wasn't like haha, and I saved my face. It was a face met stage. There were 2 steps there. You made it through one beautifully.
Yeah.
The second one.
Well, see, I knew I had a lot to say.
Yes.
And 5 minutes is a short time for a guy like me who can talk for a long time. And I noticed the trend. When they introduced people, they gave them like 15, 20 seconds or so to like, hey, this is your name, and we'll start the clock. I was like, bump that. I'm using all 15 seconds.
Yes.
So I go running up there. And if you remember, if anybody attended United 2014, it was a little colder than I think many of us anticipated. And my legs, well, they got cold and they stopped working effectively. And I ate it in front of, what's really crazy too, in front of however many photographers. At this point, a couple people had left, you know. People, they had cameras all over the place. Not a single photograph or a video of the faceplant.
It's like it didn't happen.
Yeah. It's like in everybody's minds.
It happened, yeah. I mean, I got a mental image. I'll sketch it for you. I'm terrible at sketches, but I'll sketch it for you just so you have record of it. Actually, it'll be my view of it. I was sitting. If you're standing on the stage looking out, I was on the far right.
Oh yeah, I had my eyes trained on you the whole time.
Yeah, I remember.
So it got me through it. I was imagining you in the nude.
Yes.
And it got me through the whole thing.
It's what enabled you to not freak out, because there was something much worse out there.
So great. So let's go through this Paris trip. Yeah, you went out with Timothy Eyrich, and then you got to also hang out with Christina. And you guys shot a wedding.
We did.
Yeah.
But we shot a lot leading up to the wedding too. We were there for the whole week, and I got to tell you first off the story of Timothy and I getting to Paris.
All right.
So, and this is a pretty good one. I'll make it short though, because I can be elaborate sometimes. Two guys traveling from two very different cities. I'm on the East Coast in Richmond, and he's flying out of, I believe he eventually got out of Denver, and then up to Iceland and so on.
That's common.
This is like two guys traveling, perfect stereotype. We did not tell each other what flights we were flying on, when we were going to get there, what airport we were getting to, any of that stuff. And this is my first time abroad. I don't know I know 2 words of French: croissant and baguette. That's about it.
Okay.
I did not tell my cell phone company that I was traveling abroad, so I had no internet and no phone. I did not tell my credit card company, so I had no money. And I have no French. So I get to the airport, and it's a smaller airport than, it's not De Gaulle. De Gaulle's the big international one or whatever. I go to the information desk thinking, oh, here's somebody who could speak English, could perhaps help me. No, they don't speak any English at this particular airport that I landed at. Hilarious. So here I am, no French, no money, no phone, no internet, none of that stuff. And I say, hey, I need the internet to find my friend, and I need money to get into Paris. She said, no English. I said, okay, all right, fine. So I held out an American dollar bill, and I said, I need money. Perfect. Metro, 12 euros, take you to get money. Great. Swipe my card. It actually goes through, but then gets canceled right after that swipe, which is pretty funny. I get my ticket, and I thought it was a train ticket to another part of the airport so that I can get information and money and taxi and all that stuff. No, it was a train directly to the heart of Paris. So here I am with no money, no internet, no French, all my luggage, and I'm on a train going to Paris. I have no address of where we're staying, none of that stuff. So I just get off this train and by the Notre Dame. I knew we were relatively close to Notre Dame. And here I am in Paris all by myself. It turns out Timothy was to land, probably like 10 hours later. It was crazy. So I started doing a grid pattern in the city of Paris. If anybody, if my wife was with me, perhaps she would have been a little stressed out. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I was preparing myself to just sleep under a bridge in Paris and chalk it up to experience. I started doing the best grid pattern I can and checking about every 3 blocks for free internet. About 10 miles later, I have not found anything, and I stumble across the Golden Arches. And I was like, yes, McDonald's. They have free internet. So long story, much short. And in Paris, they have macaroons and really fancy pastries and stuff. McDonald's in Paris is no joke. I highly recommend if you're a McDonald's tourist, check out the one in Paris.
I try to visit every McDonald's.
Good, yeah, I can tell.
I'll be there. I will be there. So take me through. Let's see. Oh, Timothy was trying to say that the fall was intentional. I just got that. I don't have my reading glasses, but it totally was. He totally sold that for that. If it was intentional, you deserve people to believe it wasn't. So don't worry about that. So let's go through some of these images that you pulled. pull up and or that you sent over, and you can kind of tell me the story. First, we have we'll stay with Timothy on this. We have the one where he's kind of
showing the models how to move, showing how to do this. So take me through this, because this is a great picture.
So is it currently up now?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay, cool. So Timothy, if anybody's ever shot with Timothy, he's one of those photographers that he wants to show you the pose, but not just like explain it to you and anything. He actually will become the bride or the groom and show you the pose, and I love it. And I think I took probably 30 photographs of Timothy in various poses with different people, and man, he can kill it too. He's been watching a lot of America's Next Top Model. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, he's got the smiles. He's got the smiles down.
Smiles, I like it.
Fierce.
Yeah, and that guy, man, he's a friendly guy. Some other stories I'll share in person. You'll have to ask me some time.
Well, and there's some kind of weird structure in the background that it looks like it's a funny triangle of sorts, but yeah,
So if I remember correctly, that's the Eiffel Tower. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
I've heard of that. I've seen a lot of pictures.
Yeah. The one in Las Vegas is not quite as impressive as this one.
Yeah.
So we walked up to the Eiffel Tower, and if you've ever been to any tourist place, you're going to find a ton of people, especially nowadays with iPhones and stuff, taking pictures of themselves. You know, the classic selfie pose, or just their friends and whatever. Well, we found that in Paris, people are quite fashionable, and they look a lot alike, or like engagement photo shoots perhaps, or really nice, maybe like anniversary things. In some cases, guys would be walking around in like nice suits and tuxes and stuff, or the brides would be walking around, or girls would be walking around in like, it's like a boho bride or something like that. So we would just walk up to them with a big old goofy smile, and our American accents, and business cards. Man, I got to tell you, some photographers don't care about business cards, and or they get the ones through Moo, and those are super nice.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of business cards. I take my time. There's actually, I put a blog post about my business cards. I'm really proud of them. I hand make every single business card, and it's a well, would you like the details of it? I don't know what we're doing on time here.
Give it to me. I'm excited about it. I like this.
Yeah. So there's 2 pieces of thick print paper, and I cut out a square in the inside, and I've actually got 35mm film inside of there, and I laminate it all. So when you hold it, it's a substantial card. It's a substantial weight. It's got my information on there, and inside of it, it's got a 35mm negative. Well, I didn't want my clients or my couples to hold it up to the light and it looked like a negative. If you've seen a negative, well, it's negative.
Yeah.
And people look really wonky in it. So I took pictures that I like of my work. I put it into Photoshop, turned it to black and white, bumped the contrast, inverted the colors, printed the print, and then took photographs of them with my 35mm camera of the negative images, so that when I got the rolls developed, you actually saw a positive. It was a double negative. The first time, and I just cheaply do this through CVS. It's super easy. I just get some color film and CVS knocks it out. The first time I went there to pick up the negatives, the guy was like, "Sir, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to explain this, but all of your pictures came out negative."
What?
Yeah, mind blown. I tried to convince him that it's a new special type of film or whatever, but he didn't buy it.
He wasn't about that, huh?
Yeah.
Because then you just throw it in the scanner and it all works fine. You don't need one of those fancy film scanners. So you mentioned people taking pictures with iPhones, doing selfies and stuff like that. And you have a picture of somebody taking a picture. And I believe it's our friend Timothy Irick again here.
Yeah, he's getting quite the shout out today.
He's a special guy.
He's a beautiful human. So if you ask Timothy to help you take a picture with your iPhone, beware. I'm kind of a little ashamed to give away a secret here, and Timothy, I hope this doesn't impact the rest of your practical jokes. But if you hand him your iPhone, it's really simple, and actually I'll admit I've taken the joke home and I use it quite often. You can press a button to flip the screen around or switch the camera, and if you use the volume rockers, you can take pictures like crazy fast. So within the span of 2 seconds, you can take 40 photographs of yourself on their camera. which again, we had another really funny, interesting story in Paris about a group of men who did not find that funny at all, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're wasting film, is what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's a different type of camera. That's awesome. And so let's go through. We have 2 more pictures here as well. We have one of is it the ladies? There are some ladies standing in front of the Eiffel Tower doing the standard lady pose.
Oh yeah, a bunch of the girls.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was a group of girls. They were traveling through, I think they were through BYU, if I remember correctly.
So they were Americans in Paris.
They were Americans in Paris, yeah, and they were taking some photographs. They were traveling through. One of them hit it off really well with Christina. In fact, they were talking about a potential wedding on the horizon, so that was kind of cool.
Well,
but yeah,
Christina's already married.
Yeah, right. Touche. So they were taking photos. I think they overheard us, or I forget how it happened, but at this point, the 3 of us, we were all like really bold. We had huge success walking up to random strangers and just saying, "Hey, may I take your photograph?"
Mm-hmm.
And we had a lot of success. So I think we went up to this group of girls and just asked them if we could take some of their photos, and it just erupted. "Oh, you speak English? Oh, you're American? Oh, all of a sudden we became friends. Now we all know each other on Facebook and stuff like that, and share pictures. They had a pretty epic school trip all over Europe, apparently. But they got some really classy photographs in front of the Eiffel Tower. There was a beautiful full moon that night. The tower was sparkling and going crazy. We got to actually help them out because there's I don't know if you've heard of Paris's pickpocket problem, but it's apparently pretty significant. So we all kind of watched each other's backs while we were.
It goes by the 3 Ps. Paris pickpocket problem. 4 Ps.
Yeah.
P4,
It's
they call it.
yeah. So it's it was really cool. We got to meet them and hang out. It was a lot of fun.
Nice. And then the last shot we have.
Do we have one more? Yeah, one more shot. Right. It's of this one. It's
couple in a nice embrace here at night.
Okay, yeah, so that's probably Marion and Erwin, I believe. They were actually our first couple, if I'm remembering, if I know the photo correctly. We were in front of the Notre Dame, and Timothy and I were just kind of egging each other on, like, "Hey man, you start asking people." No, you start asking people. We just kind of, all right, let's just do it. And that's really how it erupted. And man, we made a lot of friends with the business card, with the trustworthy smile. When Christina was with us, that came in handy because sometimes the ladies get a little weary. You throw Christina in there, get a nice smile. Oh yeah, this is nice. This isn't like another pickpocket scheme, which we were concerned. That's probably what it looked like sometimes. But
especially if Timothy goes up and is like, "You just put your hand here in his pocket, take his wallet, and photograph it."
Yeah, let me hold your bags. So we started with them, and it was just it was a really fun start to make a lot of really cool friends. I've since got countless emails from these people. I've sent them pictures. I use Pass, and I was able to pass a lot of the photographs to them. Super thankful. It hasn't built up into anything like a wedding abroad or anything, but man, the friendship that I've kind of struck out with some of these people all around the world, because some of these folks weren't even Parisians. Like the one gal, her name was Cici. She was traveling from China. She was walking to the Sacré, and we saw her. She looked like a bride walking around. So we took some photos of her, and it was just kind of neat. She was just a Chinese gal walking through Paris taking photos, and now we're friends on Facebook and friends over Gmail and stuff. It's really kind of cool to have these friends abroad, and it really is just a big smile, a nice demeanor about yourself, an offer of friendship, and a fancy business card sometimes will help. Oh, another way to go, and I meant to mention this, Pass has the mobile app where you can show stuff, and that comes really in handy when you're trying to show a whole portfolio, and I've used that several times. Also, just having sometimes your pictures on your camera roll. I save them in a special album. A couple people there were a little leery of us, and we would walk through and be like, "No, it's honest. This is what I do."
No, I'm legit.
Yeah.
I took this person's wallet,
this person's wallet, this person's wallet, this person, and their picture.
That's right. Yeah. And now they're dead.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it was really cool. So we made a lot of friends out there in Paris.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. So if you wanna find out more about it, you can message Bud Johnson. He's on the internet. Also, he wrote a great blog post about it, which we will link here at the end of the show. We'll link it underneath, and you can go out and read all about it, see some more pictures that they took. There are some great pictures. If you do hit up Bud Johnson's Facebook and you go through photos, there's about, I'd say 12 of Timothy Irick's face. So yeah, there's at least 12 in there of his face. So you can go in and check those out. Well, it's such a great gag. So, well, but thank you for joining us. And
Yeah,
been
of course.
a great host with lots of good information. Before we have our guests leave, we ask them a question. So this is Would You Rather. Have you ever played Would You Rather?
I have indeed, yes.
Okay, so we have rules here. It's not just you get to do whatever you want. I ask you a question. It's a Would You Rather, and you get 3 qualifying questions. So you can ask me 3 qualifying questions before you make your choice. There is a right and a wrong answer. That is important to note. So, are you ready?
I was born ready.
I believe you may have been, but this is a pretty tough question. So, would you rather live in a world without your favorite 80s cartoons or without your favorite 90s movies? Think about that. I mean, there's some good stuff.
I think I'm a unique person for this question because I was not really allowed to watch much television as a child.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have a backup? Because honestly, I'm not sure.
I do. I do have a backup. I do.
Sorry to disturb.
No. That's fine. I was anticipating this because
I was an Amish kid. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
You also seem to be very young, so you may not remember the 80s.
I'm only 15.
Yeah, 15. Yes, you don't remember the 80s. So would you rather live in a world, and you would be in New York? Would you rather live in New York where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually exist in real life? Or would you rather live in Gotham where Batman exists in real life?
Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, hands down.
That's the correct answer.
I didn't need the qualifying.
Yeah,
that's
none needed. And there was all sorts of good answers. We did clarifying questions, but yeah, no, you were correct. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. So what do you think of the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Not enough explosions, I understand, but
Yeah.
I haven't enjoyed it.
Turtles explode.
Yeah.
Shredders explode. They're not the character shredder, but they have miniature shredders for documents that explode.
Right.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah, some good stuff. Well, Bud, thanks again for joining us. Excellent job on the Would You Rather. It is definitely live in New York with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually
Hands
existing.
down.
Yeah. So, which is kind of fun because not that many people know about them, but you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us here on Show It Live on showit2.com. Join us next Thursday. We're gonna have a little special. Bring in one of our own. The great John Hawken will be on next week, and we'll get to kind of meet one of our support studs here at Show It. But thanks again for joining us. Tune in next Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys have a great day out there on the internet. Thanks, guys.